99X and the Morning X. I'm Barnes. Right there's Crash. LT is here. And of course, that's Franz Ferdinand, Take Me Out, which that song, just when I hear that song, I get so much energy. It's perfect for a Friday. What if we could just talk to the lead singer, Alex? That would be so... Oh, wait. Alex.
Oh, hello.
How are you?
Hi. I'm not too bad. And yourself?
It's, Alex Kapranos from Franz Ferdinand. I'm doing great. And it's great when we play a song like that. And then, like, in the top of my mind, whenever we finish these songs, I have questions. And that song is famous for the massive tempo drop halfway through. When you first brought that arrangement, like, to the record company, to people, were they like, nah, you can't do that?
There was a lot of you can't do that. In fact, when the record labels first started taking it to radio stations, they wouldn't play the first part of the song. They would only play it from the hits because they said, oh no, songs aren't supposed to do that. And that's the best bit.
I think it is too. That's why I asked.
Yeah. But the whole thing's an accident. It came about because I was writing the song with Nick all those years ago, and we wrote the section. I think we wrote the section that's kind of like now the second part, which was what we thought would be the chorus. And then we went off and said, oh, that sounds pretty good. And we had a little drink, we had a little bit of whiskey, and then we came back and wrote the other bit. And because of the effect of having a little whiskey, the tempo changed, and we could never get the tempo for the song right. And so I said, what we should do is we should take all the verses, stick them at the beginning of the song, and then slow down, and then do the next bit.
I love that.
That's how it happened.
Magic.
That was magic in a bottle. and LT is gonna. I know. Okay, go ahead, LT. I know.
Okay. Can you settle a debate between Barnes and me?
Oh,
okay.
sure. Yeah.
Well, it's not just. Well,
I'll
Crash
try.
is guilty. Also, no, you will be able to.
Okay.
Well,
so should we each say how we say it and have him say who says it correctly?
And I know you've probably heard this a million times, but it's a debate around this damn station. I always say Franz Ferdinand. That's how I say it.
Okay, but don't answer.
These guys are redneck Southerns, and how do you say it?
I say Franz Ferdinand.
Oh, they both sound quite similar to me.
No.
And then Crash.
Yeah.
Franz Ferdinand.
Franz.
I say it with a little...
It's funny because everybody says it slightly differently everywhere in the world. Like at the moment, I live in Paris. And over there, they call it Franz Ferdinand.
Definitely, I'm not doing that.
Okay, but how do you say it?
Yeah,
I say it with a... so my accent is a weird accent. I've got a mixture of Geordie, which is the northeast of England, and Glasgow, which is the west coast of Scotland. So I say Franz Ferdinand.
Okay.
Wow, that's a mixture.
Yeah.
But I will say it's Franz, not Franz. Barnes.
It's not Franz. No, I don't
Damn
say
it.
Franz. I say Franz.
Yeah, Barnes says Franz Ferdinand.
I think it's the case for a lot of artists. Like, I remember seeing an interview with David Bowie one time where he was being asked how to pronounce his name, whether it was Bowie or Bowie, and he was like, you know what? It doesn't really matter at this point. It's like music. You interpret it your own way. You get to a point where your name doesn't really belong to you anymore. It's how people interpret it.
Yeah.
But hold on, you're saying David Bowie?
I've always called him Bowie. You guys call him Bowie.
Bowie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Huh.
That is interesting because as an artist, I would think you just get so tired of answering the question that it just is, okay, whatever you want.
It's not hard to work out who you're talking about.
So I can't say Franz anymore. I've got to say Franz.
You can say Franz as much as you want.
I was trying to be all European and stuff, dropping Franz Ferdinand.
But that sounds more French. You're more kind of like continental Europe, as opposed to the little island off to the north, the northwest.
All right, now that you guys have settled the name, I'm going to go back to the music a little bit because you guys played the big festival Shaky Knees here last year. You guys were here, and my wife and I both came away from your set and we were like, that had kind of like a David Burns Talking Head type of sound to it. Did you get any influence from either him individually or the Talking Heads or something along those lines?
Oh, I loved Talking Heads when I was growing up. Yeah, like Talking Heads were a big band for all of us. And there were a few bands like contemporaries of that as well. There were bands from Scotland around about that time as well, like Joseph Kay and the Fire Engines and Orange Juice, which at the time probably would have said, oh, we sound nothing like each other. But they did share a certain, I'm trying to think what it is. There's a certain jerkiness, and what I would say is like a lack of excess. Do you know what I mean? That's what I loved about Talking Heads. Like, everything was really precise and to the point, and each piece of melody served a rhythmic purpose as well. And of course, David Byrne was from Dumbarton near Glasgow as well, originally.
Okay.
Glasgow's got you guys have these energetic crowds, like in Glasgow. I mean, you mentioned with like David Byrne being from there, and with you, like when you go on stage, what is it for you that, like when you're in America, it's a little different. What is it that gives you that energy? Are you feeding off the people? Is it something inside you?
Yeah. Well, it's a mixture of both of them. I always feel that a performance is a two-way thing. You know, you have the performance of the artist on the stage, you have the performance of the audience. And it's different for every audience. Like, even if you come back to the same town, the same venue, sometimes we'll do residencies, you know, where we'll play the same venue like 2 or 3 nights in a row.
Yeah.
Every night is different because the personality of the crowd is different. You've got a different mixture of people. The people might be in different moods. Something might have happened to them that day that affected them.
Yeah.
And what you have to do as an artist on stage is respond to that. You can't give the same performance every night. And I always find myself looking to the audience, like trying to lock eyes with people and feel that energy coming back, because that's what makes it magic.
When do you give up? Like, is there a point where some nights you're just not getting it, and then you just pull ahead and pull off on your own agenda?
Oh, no, that makes it, you know, that can make it even more exciting. Because, you know, in the early days when you're opening up for other bands and that kind of thing, and you can have sometimes, I wouldn't say hostile, but maybe disinterested audience. That can be the challenge. And sometimes it's a great thing to like lock on somebody who's just not interested and says like, I'm going to get something out of them. I'm going to win them over. You know, that becomes a challenge, and it becomes, and you find that you put a different kind of energy into it. And I think if you're going to give up, you shouldn't be on the stage.
We're with Alex Kapranos and Franz Ferdinand. See? Franz
Ferdinand.
We'll be in town next week on the 12th at Buckhead Theatre. You should go see him because the energy is incredible with this band.
I don't know if you've done the math and kept up with this, but this is actually the 20-year anniversary of your book, Soundbites.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, goodness. My goodness.
So I wondered, and though your book is about traveling and eating and touring and food, is there anywhere in Atlanta that you love, that's a meal that you have to have when you're here?
Good question.
Oh, goodness me. Do you know what I'll tell you exactly what I want to do when I come to Atlanta. My favorite thing, and this is what I talked about when I wrote the book, it's not so much what you eat, it's who you eat it with.
Yeah.
And I've got friends in Atlanta, like my friend Philip, who plays in the band Omni. He's going to be in town, so I'm going to meet up with Philip, and I'm going to trust him to take me somewhere good, because that's the best thing. You know, it's like somebody who knows a place. If I come in there as an outsider and I read something online, you know, I get the same experience that everybody coming out of town gets.
Yeah.
But if I know somebody in the town, they'll say, no, don't go there. I'm going to show you this special place. I remember actually, I went with Philip to a place. It was a Mexican place. There's a big prison in Atlanta, right? Like it's just kind of on the outskirts.
Yeah,
right off of I-20. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And just opposite that prison, there's a little Mexican place, and the food there was amazing. I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to ask Philip. He'd have to fill me in on that. But it was like a place for the locals. You know, it wouldn't be on any tourist recommendations, and it was really cool.
Wow.
And the other thing that was amazing about it is it's like nothing I would get in Europe. You know, it's very particular to Atlanta, you know.
Is there a place in America that you look forward to when you guys come over here on tour that you're like, oh, I can't wait to go get?
Ooh, it's more certain things that I can't get in Europe.
Like
barbecue,
one thing, or
barbecue.
burgers?
I'm looking forward to going to Austin, Franklin, Stubbs.
Franklin's,
you know, like, they're great places. The other thing I really like is I like going to a diner, just not any diner, but like a decent kind of, you know, normal diner, regular diner, because of the bacon. Like the bacon that you get in America.
Europe, you guys can't get bacon right.
Man, the bacon you get in Europe, it's like soggy and wet. Whereas in America, you really know how to get that stuff crispy. And I love it. It's so good. It's so good.
That's
By the way, El Progreso is the name of your Mexican restaurant by the prison. And it's known, they have something on the menu called prison tacos.
Oh,
so
wow.
Yes. Prison tacos. That's right. Yes.
Love that.
That place is cool, man. That place is wicked.
Alex, always a pleasure. Great to have you on the show. And next week, we look forward to the concert with Franz Ferdinand. Damn it, I've got to break it.
Franz Ferdinand.
Alex Kapranos is the lead singer. And your album last year, The Human Fear, I thought was amazing. Just the vibe you bring on your records is so contagious. So thank you for that.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us on.